Welcome to the Tuckcast with a splash of bourbon presented by Tuckaseegee Fly Shop with locations in Bryson City and Sylva, North Carolina. Be sure to follow the crew on Facebook at Tuckaseegee Fly Shop, Instagram at Tuck Fly Shop, and YouTube at Tuckaseegee Fly Shop for the latest information and instructional videos. Be sure to visit tuckflyshop.com for all things fly fishing in Western North Carolina and beyond. Remember, the online store is always open. Today's episode is brought to you by Norvise. From their 1970s prototype to a new legacy stainless steel Vice, Norvise is committed to one thing, efficiency. Be sure to visit www.nor-vice.com and check them out on YouTube to see how you can maximize your tying time by relying on the functions and benefits of the tested and true Norvise. I'm your host, Shannon Big Mess Messer, joined by Bobby the Bearded Wonder Bennett and Coach Dale Diesel Collins. Welcome, everybody.
Hey.
Nice.
What's up?
Ah, good. We got all quiet all of a sudden. All right.
You shortened that a little bit.
I did a little bit. Tim said we need to shorten that, so we shortened it a little bit there. But yeah, it's short.
Tim could see you like out of breath, sweating.
Yeah. He did. He saw it firsthand, didn't he?
Yeah. Man, Shannon needs oxygen.
Yeah,
he's
absolutely
50 today.
I think more than anything else, obviously watch. Yeah, it was. That was a good day. You guys pulled a quick one on me. Y'all.
That's right.
Y'all in coordination.
Everybody doesn't know that.
Y'all in coordination with my wife pulled a quick one on me.
Got him on the surprise birthday party.
Absolutely. I had a lot of cake that weekend. I had cake Friday night.
Let them eat cake.
Tanya made a lot of cupcakes and cake.
And then the wine cake that Miss Miller brought in, which was quite tasty. I never had a wine cake before. Rum cake, absolutely. That was good. That was
bourbon's next.
And then we had that down there. So you guys, yeah, it was a good weekend. More than I definitely needed. So I appreciate that. Deserved. So
it was good, man.
It was nice.
I'm glad we surprised you with it.
Yeah, and you walk in there and you got folks that are customers we consider friends, of the shop and things like that. That's definitely special for sure.
I wish I could have seen your face.
Definitely heartfelt. So,
were you surprised?
Yeah, absolutely. I was expecting zero. Absolutely nothing.
Bobby said, "Yeah, I already talked to your wife. She said it's cool for you to come down and get some drinks." And Shannon said, "Well, I'm glad you know my wife ain't got no plans for me." Like, you're kind of ticked off.
No, I told him we were good. We don't do anything pretty much. It's kind of where I was at with that whole thing there.
Hey, it's 50th birthday, you got to do something.
Just busy there. So, and this came in the mail today. And
pro staff
hat.
They make golf balls, right?
They probably do. This came from the Georgia Drifter.
Oh,
I guess I'm an official member of the pro staff, so I can get that out there.
What's the name of his
Skunt Again Guide service?
Yeah.
It's always a joke.
So you're part of that?
The long-running joke has been pro staff. Everything's, pro staff. You get a pro deal, you're pro staff, And that's kind of always been an inside joke. So I guess he felt like I deserve pro staff since I'm 50.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely. It's a good time. Got 3 bottles of bourbon. Opened up one that the Purple Squirrel.
I thought he was about to say I've already drank them.
Nope. Purple Squirrel. I opened up, cracked that one there the other day, and it was quite tasty. But a couple more there that I got to.
Which one was that?
I can't tell you the name of it. It's that fancy bottle one.
Eagle Rye.
I think it's something. It had a bird on it.
Earl will remember. I've got a bottle on this list we're about to talk about. I want Earl to bring.
There you go.
So one on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I know Earl. I know there's one. I know Earl knows about some Whistle Pig. Y'all ever had Whistle Pig?
No.
Isn't that a groundhog?
It is.
Yeah.
But it's a groundhog that makes bourbon, apparently. Named it after himself.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Absolutely.
Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Well, cool. So we had a interview lined up, and that fell through here at the last minute, unfortunately, just some scheduling issues. So one of those things that happens sometimes. So we had to come up with something quick. And we were just going to sit here and chit-chat, but we were like, hey, let's find a good topic. And it is, I got to pull it up here on my phone because I forgot it. Unless one of y'all got it right in front of you, you can read it.
No, it's your world we're living in.
So I got to do this.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the this came from the American Bourbon Association, if I remember right, and it was a link they had on there to Uproxx.com that has the best limited edition whiskeys to chase down right now. And this came out October 22nd. So I think that's pretty cool.
And since we are the Tuckcast with a splash of bourbon,
And we've been asked to talk more about bourbon.
we've
so-
kind of like lacked in the bourbon once we got past winter. we
Well,
got into
I mean,
fishing.
I really had to,
you know?
yeah, if we had a
Yeah.
few shots of bourbon on some episodes, and Dale starts talking crazy, so we had to peel back on that a little bit.
What's the excuse now,
I'm
Mr.
I'm laid
Sound?
back today. I'm tired.
Mr. Sound Effects.
I done rode 7 miles of river, so
Yes, that's it. You did road today.
I did.
No issues with the oars today.
Set. Oh my Lord!
Yeah. It's the way it is sometimes, right?
Hey, that could have been the
That's right.
1 footer. Could have
Yeah.
been the 2 footer.
That's it. That's what keeps you coming back there, right?
That's it. Yep.
Absolutely. That's what keeps you coming back. October, I think, went by pretty quick.
Gosh, I can't believe it.
Jeez.
Not
There
over
was-
yet.
there's a-
Still got like 4 days.
By the time this is out, it's
days.
over quick. It's over. By the time this goes up next week, it's November.
Yeah.
It's November, but definitely what a great month.
Next thing you know, it's going to be December. I saw they start running Polar Express November 13th.
Shorts and flip flops.
And PJs.
Yeah, I mean right now it's weather's been phenomenal for sure. So yeah, back on the bourbon. I wouldn't have called that Uproxx. I'd have been trying to pronounce that differently.
I don't know if that's it's uproxx.com.
Yeah, there's probably some secret thing, some underground like urban legend that when you see 2 X's together, it's actually a Z. So it might be Uproxx.
Uprise. I don't know.
Who knows?
Oh no.
All I know is it says that the 10 bottles below on this list represent singular experiences in whiskey drinking. A few are released every year in limited quantities, and a few are new releases just for 2020. So,
Well, there's definitely some good ones there. There's some. I mean, we could all 3 have a singular experience. I do mean bourbon. I
let's
do
talk
mean
about-
bourbon.
Man.
all right.
Well, it's totally
I'm going
taking,
home, guys.
taking a turn
Great
here.
splash, y'all. I'm out.
I did wonder what he'd been.
Oh, my
drinking.
goodness.
Talking about bourbon.
These things do range, though, man. The cheapest one on this list, average price. They're giving an average price, so depending on what state you're in, I'm sure taxes and all
yeah.
that. It ranges from $22 to $700. So, Earl, I would like for you, Mr. Earl Brinkley, I would like for you to bring me that $700
I saw that
bottle.
one. Yeah.
Since you probably know more about it than me. Just write it off on your taxes. So
And just so you folks know,
that's
this
a
is
little weller.
we are not being paid for this. This is just relaying information. At this
yeah,
point
it's
in
just a
time.
list that we found that thought it'd be fun to go through.
Mm.
So the first one is Jim Beam. I always want to say Beams. Put the
I
S
got
on.
it, Jim Bean, a couple weeks ago.
Bean.
Yeah.
Bean.
Bean.
Jim
B-E-A-N.
Beam Distiller's Cut.
Yep.
And
Average
it comes
price.
from Jim Beam.
Average price $22.
$22.
So
Very
at
affordable.
that price, I'm just going to go on a limb here and say that when it says Distiller's Cut, what it is there's a little valve that all the others go down, okay, the main line, and then he opens up this valve off the main line, and it goes in this other barrel, and that's the Distiller's Cut. So it's got to be the same stuff and just through a different valve. I don't know, man. Distiller's
Oh,
Cut for
I-
$22.
I thought you were
Well,
going
it says on here that you can snag this for around $20, but it tastes like it's 40.
That's what I told myself in college too. Holy cow! I remember sneaking them.
Yeah.
I remember sneaking them airplane bottles into the WCU games.
Did you really?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Man, I tell you.
Why not?
This should have been in the Navy.
Oh yeah.
Military,
No man. No, I was too
man.
busy throwing airplane bottles at App State fans.
Oh my gosh.
So no man,
Man.
we'd pour them things in our Coca-Colas and yeah, man, halftime's coming.
That's right.
And
Oh Lord.
yeah, don't let me see Brian Hester in them bleachers.
Oh
No,
man.
I got to say, I never threw a battery, but I did not throw a bottle either. So
Those things are plastic, though, aren't they?
I did, yeah, the airplane bottles,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
they're
thought
plastic
they were.
now, but there were batteries and water bottles being thrown at App State Western games.
Yeah.
Good times, man. Student section got wild.
Good times, he said. Good
But
times.
Jim Beam is on that list of Dale can't drink anymore.
Yeah.
Too much in college.
Yeah.
Got you.
This one's different, man.
Can't do it.
This one's totally different.
No, it still says that name, Jim Beam.
The
Yeah.
the palate delivers on those bottom bourbon aromas with a nice Christmas spice matrix accompanied by almost a tropical fruit sweetness.
Mm.
Might be a good holiday one.
It could
to
be.
buy.
I mean, that's around
for
the corner.
an affordable one.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, as a gift for somebody, a couple of these here might be some options.
Yeah.
Absolutely, kind of throw that out there.
The next one's going to be a good one. That's
Yeah.
Well, tell us about it.
All
Come
right,
on.
so Woodford Reserve, I like going to a nice bar, restaurant, whatever, and getting a little bit of Woodford. And this stuff, just even like a normal Woodford is really inexpensive just on the shelf here in North Carolina. I think it's going to run you 35, maybe $45.
I think so.
This one, this is Woodford Reserve. Was it Derby cut?
2020
Yeah, 2020 Derby.
Kentucky Derby 146.
Yeah.
So you know what that means? They were going to have this at the Derby, but then they didn't because the Derby nobody was there. So maybe that's why they can sell it. No, but Woodford Reserve, very smooth. I mean, I don't know what all this other fancy stuff says below it about the notes and bottom line, whatever. High rye mash bill, spice, oaks, a little bit of orange oil. It's just good, guys. It's smooth. So
I want to be the guy that writes the tasting notes thing. I mean, listen to this. The vanilla takes a back seat to the Christmas cake with plenty of dark spice, dried and candied fruit, and caramel sweetness.
It almost sounds like they're describing the carload of kids from Wayne's World.
Yes.
Great movie. Wayne's World.
Like we got Christmas in the front up here, and we got orange cake in the back.
That's right. Gotta love it.
Fruit cake was driving, but we decided to kick him out.
Oh.
No, I mean, we need to talk to. We need to get Justin on here.
Yeah.
Justin Thompson.
Like, I don't know if I could pull all that out of tasting something. How does everybody taste all that?
I wonder if they've got to be. There has to be some kind of training. The
guess.
palate, the smell, the process that you go to which allows you to separate those tones. I think they use the word tones.
Oh, yeah.
When it comes to that.
I mean, the wine folks, they swirl it around in the glass and, they sniff it and I don't know. Then they spit it out. And I'm like, what are you doing? It's a good waste of wine.
That I mentioned it before previously, but that documentary called Neat.
Yeah, I need to watch that.
That gentleman took and he would, smack his hands and rub it and then smell and go into the describing of that. And obviously there's certainly an art to it, to just like, fishing and tying flies and things like that we have. I mean, it's an art of its own. And some people
It was
just
an art
have
in
it.
college.
Some people have it. They have the knack for those particular things. They can pick up that ingredient or whatever it is. Or,
Well, Woodford's always a good one. And the fact they got a little special in there. And, why not try to get a 2020 Derby edition and save it for...
Oh, you reading that last paragraph? Being that you're saying save it? It talks about hang on to it for a decade or two and make some cash.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
really?
2020, the Derby, no fans, right?
Yeah, I mean, it actually is.
I watched it.
Anything with 2020 that got canceled or,
Get them Richard Petty
no show
Coca-Colas or
fans.
Richard Petty Pepsis.
Yeah, that's it. Remember they would
Chapel Hill, 1983.
It was like Carolina wins the national championship, and I've got those bottles.
Was it 83 or 93? State won it in 83, wasn't it?
State won it.
83, yeah.
State won it the next year.
And then Chapel Hill, it was 84, yeah. And then Chapel Hill was what, 93? Yeah, because
we
it
got
was
some in the 90s there.
it was 93 because Duke was 91, 92.
Yeah, got those bottles.
Yeah, man.
I don't have no Duke bottles.
It's like, what in the world?
Absolutely.
Oh, man. Well, what's next?
I can't read that name.
That's what I was about to ask y'all for help.
Was
on
it
that.
Balvenie?
Is it Balvenie? That's what I was going to
Balvenie?
say. Single barrel, first fill, aged 12 years. So it's already 12 years old, man.
Is there
Yeah.
Italians in Kentucky?
That's what it looks like, doesn't it?
Average price $82.
Yeah, well,
Where's Dufftown?
that's the bottle you buy for somebody that you somewhat like.
Oh, somewhat like.
Man, have I? Yeah, I hadn't.
I'm not.
I've never heard of Balvenie.
I'm not familiar.
And I
with
may be
that,
saying it wrong. Dufftown.
It says
Iconic distillery.
Yes.
Each release, a single cask expression, only 300 bottles.
Hmm.
That's it.
300 times 82. What we got?
well, 3 times 8 is 24.
There you go.
About $3,000, right?
Add a few zeros.
So
There you go.
the barrels are first fill ex bourbon casks that are chosen specifically for their depth of flavors Yeah, that'd be an interesting to try. It looks
Says it needs a little water, so it's probably a little strong.
It's a-
well,
it's a
but
solid
look
sipper.
at the color of it.
Yes.
You know, the color is it's very it's not as amber as some of it. It's almost like a
Correct.
rye, maybe. I don't know.
Right. It
Says
says-
it's good for a killer old fashioned. That's my drink, man. I love an old fashioned.
So it says there's a definite bourbon edge to this sweet single malt with hints of spice and toasted oak with plenty of vanilla and toffee.
Sounds like that Christmas candle.
it
it
talks
does.
about vanilla pudding. It's all.
I was going to
oh,
say
yeah.
the vanilla.
that got Bobby's attention.
Get
So
some vanilla
the
pudding.
so it says the palate leans into the toffee while bringing a real sense of spicy baked apples to the creamy vanilla pudding.
Mm-hmm.
All of that
here you go,
spice,
Bobby.
fruit, and sweetness
Says it.
slowly dissipates as the dram warms your
Shannon, or you have a
senses.
singular experience right now.
I'm just people have they're experiencing this through us
That's it.
right now. So if
Bobby,
you're-
it says it makes a killer old fashioned.
I know. That's what I just said. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's good to hear. $82, guys. Christmas is coming. Appreciate you.
Christmas times are coming. Christmas times.
All I can think on this next one is Method Man, like the rapper.
Method Man.
Yeah, I've never heard of this one either.
Mhm. Irish Distillers, Middleton County, Cork.
County Cork. You never heard of
Method-
County Cork?
Method and Madness single pot still Irish whiskey.
All right, this is not bourbon. Skip.
Well, you got to at least read through it. It might be like, oh yeah, oh candy sweetness. There it is.
London. Skip. It ain't Kentucky. I don't want to hear it. This next one. Oh, this.
Hold on, this Method Madness. This may do it in right here. This is a solid sipper, especially with a rock or two. That's ice for you folks out there. It's also very interesting in a cocktail where the whiskey can shine. Think Manhattan. Anybody like? I've never had a Manhattan. Anybody ever had a Manhattan? That's a little more. That's too much work.
What do y'all
Here's
y'all drink it neat or on the rocks?
I gotta have ice.
the other day I did it on the rocks.
I like it neat, man.
You know, I had to have a little just a little coolness.
Man, our buddy Bob Gurnant was telling us, Bob, if anybody's hung out with Bob drinks all drinks with no ice.
Yeah, everything.
And he explained to me, and it obviously helps with digestive tract.
Oh, really?
But he was also saying that you get the true flavor of the beverage as it's room temperature or not cold.
Sure.
So, you think about,
Dr. Pepper, 23.
Oh, it's
dude, I don't drink nothing with like soft drinks anymore. I don't drink ice in them.
really.
Yeah,
But
but
when you get them out of the fountain, they're already cold.
well,
Are you
that's right.
talking
No,
like
I'm talking about
a hot can.
I'm talking about can at the house.
Really?
I just,
Oh man, I
yeah.
can't do that.
Like a ginger ale. Oh, I love a ginger ale.
can't-
Just
see, I
like
can't
straight out
drink
of
I
the can.
can't
ginger
do
ale.
that.
But I also do it with my bourbon. I drink all my bourbons.
Yeah.
neat. I don't put any rocks in them.
Yeah.
No, that's what I prefer. Sip it. And,
I got those little silicone molds to make like the ball.
Do you
of ice.
really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh,
It's
that-
great, dude. It doesn't melt
Hey,
that
Dale,
fast.
you can
It's
now get the
fantastic.
refrigerator that does that.
what's that?
That makes the ice in a ball for you.
Can you really?
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can do that, and you have like ice molds. But really, the thing to do, I've seen those little the metal round things. You can just put them in the freezer. And,
Well, that's what I got. Silicone
He's
molds. You
got
just
the-
you just run them under it, set it in the freezer. I
Yeah.
got them where they're about an inch, and then I've got some that are 2 inch.
Well, since Dale's got to get another refrigerator, I was just throwing.
oh
that
my
out there.
gosh, yeah, one more thing that's gonna
Just
break.
throw that out there. Too.
But anyways,
Yeah.
the Method and Madness. It's $84 average price.
Mhm.
It does come from Ireland, I guess.
Yep.
So it is. It's coming over on a boat.
And the next one's coming from overseas
And
as
the
well.
next
I mean, I will
several
say,
coming
I will,
across the pond.
I will say, the Irish they know about some drinking.
Mhm.
So they've put a little alcohol.
Yeah, but
away in
bourbon
there.
is distinctly
Kentucky.
Kentucky. Like
Yes.
it
And they
Oh.
used it for so many things, and it wasn't it like it was the first
Well, this
alcohol.
is the whiskeys. This is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
best
yeah.
limited edition
Okay.
whiskeys.
Yeah, so they
bourbon is a whiskey.
Congress, got involved as far as making sure it was pure and things like that, and then a lot of that is covered in that neat documentary as well. Yeah. So
So what's the next one, Shannon?
the next one is let me go back up here. It's called Compass Box Pete Monster Arcana, ARCANA. Gosh,
It ain't America.
Damn.
Skip.
Ain't
London.
Ameri- It's from London. It's from London. It is a London-based blender. Compass Box is making some seriously fine blended
Looks like a-
scotches right now.
Looks like a hooligan drew
Um,
the front of it.
Obviously, it's got some smokiness, some maybe some note of dark chocolate, cinnamon spice. says the palate edges away from the smoke with a bold, fruity sweetness that mixes nicely with the spice and helps the sip keep the campfire intensity at bay.
There you go.
Really good highball whiskey with minerally fizz water. It's even better pairing a dram if you're getting into funky cheeses. So.
Funky cheese. I do like some funky
Do
cheeses.
you really?
Man, I love cheese.
I'm out.
Any
I'm not a cheese dude.
other than blue cheese. I'm not a blue cheese fan.
There's a lot of cheeses I can't eat. It's got to
What is
be
this
like
one?
American.
$104 a bottle.
Yeah, 104. It's coming across the pond.
What time's the ABC store closed? I'm going to have to go get a bottle.
You know, it is coming across
I used to
the
think that
pond.
was the alphabet store. Like, yeah, let's go there, see what they got.
Yeah.
Help me learn how to read.
Yeah.
I thought it was the place you bought books.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
I sell books, Daddy.
That's right. And folks out there listening, man,
Well-
drop us a line and let us know how you like to drink your bourbon or what do you like to have.
Man, I'd love to know if anybody's had any of these yet.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, share your top 10 with us.
Then we got, let's see, what's the next one?
Going down to
Card. We got to do all 10.
We're almost there.
How do you say that? Cardhu? Cardhu? Cardhu?
Sounds great.
Cardhu.
I saw the word Bordeaux in there, and that's all I needed to see.
Aged 11 years.
You can't church it up, dirt.
$106 a bottle. So it's staying in line with that other one. This is from Diego.
I was going to say
Diageo.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah, they're
Diageo?
they are a big conglomerate company. They own a lot of different liquors that I think, like kind of
Looks
like
like
the
they do a lot of
mainstream
single
big-
malts.
Okay.
Scotches,
like
probably.
they own. I want to say they own. Was it turkey? What's the
Wild turkey?
Wild Turkey? I think they own, but they own a lot of kind of like name brand things that are name
Gotcha.
brand liquors.
Sure.
Like not Jim Beam, of course.
I mean,
but
kind of think of it like here's like
Sky Vodka or
here's like Coke, and then here's all the drinks that they have.
That's
in
right.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Similar
right.
to that.
Yes.
Right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
man, this one's got me. It says something about a buttery biscuit.
Ooh.
So we got butter biscuit
Butter
and
biscuit.
vanilla pudding
The
in
sweet-
this episode.
Sweet fruits stay strong as the taste edges towards a flourish of warm, peppery spice next to a buttery biscuit.
Nice.
I mean, I do like a good buttery biscuit.
Never know. It could be
It's a
really
good
Are we to
Southern
Four Roses yet? I can pronounce everything there.
Says this thing's a fantastic sipper.
Mhm.
So, all right, next one.
All right.
I don't even know what number we're on. We're getting down on the. Somebody's buzzing.
That's good. Gordon's calling me.
Aberfeldy 18.
Wonder what the 18 stands for. Does it tell us?
It'll take 18 hours to
Yeah.
recover
Does that
from
mean
over
Bacardi?
drinking that one.
It's a Bacardi. It comes in
Bacardi,
At
that's Diageo, I think.
yeah, it comes in at 130. Average price is 130 there. Special release from Malt Master Stephanie McLeod.
Is that MacLeod or MacLeod?
McLeod is
Leod.
McLeod.
Chevrolet biscuits.
Hello. Oh my heavens, Dale is all about it. So the sip opens with a bushel of bright red berries leaning towards sweet, tart blackberries with a sense of oak and a hint of tobacco.
Oh, a little
That's
backy in it.
interesting. The palate delivers on that nose and adds a cedar bark dimension with a nice hint of cinnamon and allspice next to dry tobacco and slight earthiness. The plummy fruits, cedar and spice, round out the sip as it slowly fades into a nice warm hug.
Oh man, this one gives you a warm hug.
It's a warm hug, man. It's going into fall. That's kind of what we need, right? This is another of my favorite single malt drams of the year so far. This is their bottom line. It's just a wonderful sipping whiskey that only gets bolder and tastier with a little water or a single rock.
What's Dale back there doing? Digging for alcohol? He like left and was back there digging through the back room.
No, there's some other stuff back there though, but there's no bourbon.
Where's that Knob Creek?
I don't know.
The Knob Creek?
Did you
Did
take
you
it
take that
home?
home?
Yeah, that Knob Creek that Chuck brought to me. Thanks, Chuck.
No,
there was
the other
Knob
Knob
Creek
Creek.
that Ellis gave us.
Oh no, I don't know about that.
88 out the gate. Somebody.
Not at my house.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
That
one.
stuff was strong, man.
It burned. That was hot.
That was, whew, it was tough.
You know that Yellowstone bourbon ain't on here that Steve brought.
That was good.
That was good.
Yeah.
That Yellowstone bourbon, that's not on here.
But that was not a specialty. That was just a.
No,
It's not a
you know,
limited release.
Right.
release.
So these are all limited then.
Mhm.
Oh, my bad. I apologize for
They either bring them out once a year or it's
Gotcha.
just for 2020.
Mhm.
So the next one is Middleton Very Rare Vintage Release 2020.
There you go.
Now this is getting
Yeah, we're starting.
up there for me at least.
We're-
$210 a
yeah.
bottle. This is
I topped out at Woodford Reserve.
He is going to say, you got me at 50.
this is up there.
Me and Dale, we got kids.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh man, but hey, man, if you for a special occasion, that you going on a big fishing trip or it's anniversary or who knows, just had your first baby, I don't know, whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to celebrate stuff. So $210. From here out they get expensive, so just be prepared for that.
Yeah, the house is empty nesters.
Yeah. There's a real sense of the oak with notes of sugar cane, bourbon vanilla, Christmas spices with a peppery edge, creamy chocolate, and a whiff of late summer orchard fruit.
Wow.
That fruit carries you into the taste with an overripe pear essence next to orange zest, mild spice, and oak. Man, there's a lot going on here.
Too much.
There's a slight bitterness on the back end that leads to fruit, oak, and spice slowing off into the distance.
How in the world does one single person decipher all that?
I have no idea.
I mean,
that's what's fascinating about it.
Yeah.
You think like our taste buds are just that, like, it's Dr. Pepper, 23 ingredients or whatever they always say.
I mean, we see fish, in the river people don't see.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's like that.
Yeah, you just get used to.
Yeah. You just got to wear the right sunglasses when you're drinking bourbon.
That's it. Maybe. I got
that might be it.
Man.
Says it's a great all around, I guess, whiskey. Yeah. So, yeah, man, if you want to, celebrate something big, Middleton. Very rare.
Yeah. 210 average price. Average price, 210.
Here's Dale's. We'll let him do this.
Here you go, Dale.
He's excited about the Four Roses.
All right, we're back to Kentucky. Four Roses. This is what's interesting here. So you got 4 blends of bourbon in this thing. They're 12, 16, and 19 years old.
Wow.
That's impressive. So hence the price, $320, but worth it. So yeah, that's a good gift.
That's a real good gift, I guess.
It says it retails from the distillery for $150, but will cost you twice that on the secondary market.
That's kind of how the world works, right?
Well, you got all the shipping, and then you got, I'm sure, the taxes.
Remember back in the day, the factory outlets?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now they're just stores.
Yeah. That's right.
So
nothing's cheaper at the Orvis Manchester store. It's all the same.
Yeah. Well, there you go, 150. So yeah, go to Kentucky and get it for $150.
And this is all like right there in the Louisville area.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not far off the highway. We drove past all these. I wish we'd had time to back at our spring break before COVID hit, but would have been great to be able to tour some of these places. But no, that Four Roses is we had that. Joe shared
I've got some Four Roses. He just got some for his birthday.
He shared some with us down at the brewery one evening.
But I haven't had the limited edition small batch. You know what they don't say on any of these? It says it at the top in the general description of the whole list. It doesn't tell you if one of them is just for, I know some of them say 2020, but some of these like this one, do they do something like this every year where they blend a 12, a 16, and a 19, Because it did say that some are put out yearly and some aren't.
Yeah.
So it's like, which ones are put out yearly?
That's a good question for Justin's House of Bourbon.
But for this one, the tasting notes, there's a classic bourbon vanilla, sweet caramel, apple, honey, and oaky presence up top. So that's up top, I guess, in the glass. The sip then edges more into stone fruit territory. I don't know if I've ever had stone fruit.
No.
With a clear apricot taste next to red berries and rye spiciness that's dialed in. The end is long, full of fruit, rye spices, and a warming embrace that draws you back for more.
There you go.
Y'all get too romantic on these readings.
Thanks for listening to me.
Hey, whatever you do, please do not come over to my house and read The Night Before Christmas to my kids. You will get shot.
I don't know why, but okay.
The way y'all are reading is just like...
I got you.
The singular experience is just too much right now.
This is just like the skit on SNL for Christmas.
Oh, my goodness.
The sweaty ball one?
I wasn't going to say it, but
I have to admit, I want to try that one, but I'm going to wait for one of y'all
The Four Roses?
to drop $320.
I'm going to go to Kentucky.
Yeah. They almost go a road trip.
Yeah. And go back and see them caves, man.
Yeah.
Caves. Oh, hold on. It does say this, the bottom line. This is a really nice sipping whiskey. The addition of the rock or water really helps it open up. It is worth the aftermarket price. That's up for you to decide. Or is it worth the aftermarket price? That's up for you to decide. But it does live up to its hype in our estimation.
Because it's from Kentucky.
He's from Kentucky. Kentucky.
So, $150. Go get us a bottle, Dale. Or maybe somebody in Kentucky can bring it to us.
Yeah.
I'd pay for it if they brought it to us. Buy it for $150 and bring it to us.
There you go.
We'd try it.
Yeah.
Brandon Rainey.
Yeah. Now, if you want to give it to me, that's great too, but we'll pay for it.
Yeah.
Save us the gas.
Well,
Absolutely.
you know, the next one's kind of interesting too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's from the Buffalo Trace Distillery there in Frankfort. And Buffalo Trace is one of my favorite bourbons. I mean, it's funny. You go up to Montana and you ask for Buffalo Trace or something, and it's always gone because everybody wants to drink the bourbon with the buffalo on it because we in Montana. And it's ain't got nothing to do with it.
Well, they like
Ain't got nothing to do with Montana.
when we was at dinner, they liked wine.
Well, yeah, we threw some wine back this
There's
year.
some wine.
But I know first time I had Buffalo Trace was out there. We were in Bozeman, me, you, Justin, and Buck, and it that's kind of where I fell all in love with bourbon again was Buffalo Trace. So, you know, the Weller, this is kind of, I don't know, there ain't no kind of Coca-Cola Pepsi comparison here.
William LaRue, is that how you say that?
Yeah,
Weller.
yep, and it is Frankfort, Kentucky, not Germany. So this
No
ain't,
hops in this.
Yeah, I mean, this is the high end of high end here. You know, $700 for the bottle, Earl. So,
Mr. Brinkley.
yeah,
Just
Purple
throwing
Squirrel?
it out there.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It's good.
Would you like to read the tasting notes
No,
so that we don't
It'll-
get too
it-
romantic?
it- no, I
Dale
can't
can't
live
do
up
it.
to y'all's hype here.
I'll let
Oh, my.
Shannon do this one.
Ooh, no pressure, huh?
Make it sound good.
This one is
For $700, it better sound
I mean, if you
good.
did it like a Morgan Freeman voice, it'd be cool.
I don't have that.
I'll try it.
Keep it G.
This wheated bourbon from the world-renowned Buffalo Trace shingle is a hell of a dram for the 2020 edition.
of a darn.
A darm dram.
Where did you?
A dram darm. The barrels were stored in two specific places in two specific warehouses for 12 years, where 73% of the juice was lost to the angels. The whiskey was then. Now I'm starting to go romantic like y'all.
Yeah, see,
It's
The
tough not
whiskey,
to.
he's
the
a-
whiskey was then married and bottled exactly as it came out of the cask. Like, I don't know. That's crazy.
This one is incredibly welcoming.
Need to get that like Nat Geo Yellowstone voice.
Yeah.
I'll work on that for next week.
with a creamy vanilla foundation mingling with notes of fatty pecans.
Ew,
Is it
fatty
pecans?
pecans.
Is it pecans or
Hard
pecans?
So I got it a fella from Georgia. I said, "Hey,
Yeah.
is it pecans or
Mhm.
pecans?" He's like, "Well, do you pee in a con or do you pee in a can?" And I was like,
They taste good.
"All right."
I like them.
I've never heard of anybody peeing in a con,
Mhm.
but I've heard of people peeing in cans. So I actually not have
Yeah.
ever heard of anybody peeing in a can. But yeah, it's 2020.
Coffee bean bitterness sits next to the ripe cherry fruity sweetness and that creamy vanilla.
Well, long story short here on Weller, save yourself some money and go buy Buffalo Trace. Save yourself about $660.
The oak keeps the sip going as a hint of dark chocolate arrives on the long finish.
Somebody's looking at us.
There you go.
Looking in the door. So yeah, it's
That's it.
that's number 10.
That's number 10.
$700.
Absolutely.
You know, I was somewhere. Where was I? Oh, it was at Morton's. I may have told you this, Shannon. In Louisville, actually.
Okay.
And they had a bottle behind the counter, and I don't even remember what it was, but it was a big bottle, and it was like $400 for
For
one
pour?
thing.
Wow. Yeah. Woo.
$400 because we asked the bartender. We were
Sure.
like, "How much is that?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's
There you go.
She's like, if you're asking, I know you ain't going to buy it.
Yeah.
exactly.
This is like when you come up and you ask, how much is the insurance on that Corvette? It ain't happening.
Yeah.
It ain't
I
happening.
remember back in the day, I go to a restaurant. "Yeah, what are your drink specials?" Like they automatically know we ain't getting no appetizer or dessert. So,
Let alone a gratuity. That gratuity. Yeah, I mean it's kind of a neat list, and obviously it's an opinion, of course, out there. There's a lot of good stuff, and honestly, it can be downright confusing when you start looking at stuff on the shelf too.
I'm gonna make my
Man,
own.
it is.
I'm gonna make
Yeah.
my own.
You're on bourbon?
No, I wish. That'd be cool.
Oh, you're on list.
I'm going to make my own list.
Yeah, we should.
You start to do that. I think they will.
I'm in for 3.
That's what I was about to say. 333. We can do.
do
nine.
9.
You do like they'll do like a special batch for you too.
ABC store will?
No, the distillers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I mean, it's definitely plausible.
Mine's gonna be sub $20 bottles of bourbon.
There you go.
It actually, if when you take the lid off and look underneath, there's an aspirin there ready for you.
That's good, man. I like that. That's a cool idea.
Yeah, it's like, hey, what was that? What's that one drink? It's got the worm in the bottle. Tequila.
Yeah.
You know, like
you don't see the worm as much as you used to. Though.
No. I think
that used to be the big thing. You know,
yeah.
The worm. You gotta eat the worm. Drink it and eat the worm, right?
You know, like if it had like the little bean in the bottom, that's not really a bean. That's a Tylenol.
Man.
Yeah, we should definitely do that. You know what we should do? We should subscribe to that little bourbon thing where they send you.
Yeah.
I think you talked about that.
Yeah, I need to do that.
And then we can taste them and let people know what we think.
Right.
Not that we're like super experts on bourbon by any means.
None
I'm gonna be like, this tastes different than that one.
You know, sometimes I've got a little pour over there while I'm spinning out some flies on the vise there in the evening time, just chilling. And
does the last like 2 of the dozen start to look a little?
Oh man,
that's in the YouTube videos when he starts talking about being 88 out the gate and you ain't no bird doggy. That's the bourbon talking.
You ain't no bird doggy. I do like to do that there, and
I sit on my deck and drink one and smoke my pipe.
Yeah,
that's what I like to do. Yeah. Now that I got my deck back,
I saw that.
That I can sit on
got the scaffolding off of it.
Not being painted.
Saw that. Looks good.
It does.
The photos look good, man. Looks nice. Absolutely, it looked really good. Well, I think we pulled it off another one here.
We got through something.
Got a little something.
Yeah.
A little something. Absolutely. Yeah.
That's all I got other than Cowboys are having a rough year, Shannon.
Oh, my dude. Dude, man.
Especially being that the football team beat them this week.
The football team.
I know. I mean, when you go to the NFL Network app on your device.
I deleted it.
And you... okay, let me look at the scores so I know who's playing who. And, of course, I knew they were playing Washington. But it just says Cowboys and then football team.
I mean, why don't they just put Washington?
Exactly what I thought. Just put Washington. But
everybody knows who it is.
They got to put football team.
I don't understand that either. But I'm going to get me a shirt since I am
I feel like everybody's probably saying,
Washington fan.
They really want to type Redskins in that article. I don't know. Like, it's kind of like, what was it, Haley? The governor of South Carolina,
Nikki
Haley, she sold when she took the Confederate flag off the State House. That act alone sold more Confederate flags than any other act since the Civil War.
Right,
and it's like changing the name of the Redskins there probably makes people think more about the name of the football team as it used to be than it does now.
It makes it a bigger issue.
Yeah, it does. No, I agree.
It's like this is weird.
It's football.
It's 2020.
It's football. It's football. Yeah, my team's.
Sorry. Yeah,
you got beat by a football team.
My team. I got beat.
I did see.
It could have been a Pee-wee football team. It could have been a midget football team.
I saw a thing that
football
said,
team.
It said, "Hey, if you got a Dallas jersey and you live in the Dallas area, come out for the game this week. Practice starts at 8 a.m. or something.
Oh my heavens! We lost another quarterback. I mean, the hits keep coming.
It's like the dude from James Madison's going to be your starter.
Poor, he won't last. He can't. I hope he can run.
I saw they were looking at maybe Jacoby Brissett might be an option.
Where did he play at?
He played
I know the name.
NC State.
He was at NC State.
NC State, and then he went to New England, and then New England he went to Indianapolis.
Man, he started at Indianapolis.
Mm-hmm. And then
that's right. That's where I remember.
He was kind of the
after Luck retired.
After Luck, and then that is absolutely correct.
What if Andrew Luck came out of retirement to play for the Dallas Cowboys?
He needs a line.
He'd get hurt, according to Shannon.
Yeah, I guess Cowboys don't have that.
Yeah,
they don't have
they're hurt.
According to Andy Dalton,
the line is walking wounded. And of course, McCarthy thinks that the guys didn't stick up for the quarterback either. There's a lot of issues down there.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of issues in the locker room.
Exactly right. But to me, the game that I look forward to most, obviously on Sunday, was the unbeatens between the Titans and the Steelers. That was
Steelers
more.
pulled it
That
off.
was more of a. I thought more of a kind of a throwback game with you got a team that pounds the ball. I'm not a Steelers guy, but
that Kara?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's meeting me here.
That's
Oh,
creepy.
we're running over. We got groupies.
My wife's standing
outside.
outside. We gotta go.
Oh, I thought we had groupies out there. Oh, gone. But anyway,
Somebody
the
was
Cowboys.
standing up there a
The
minute ago.
Cowboys still stink. Jeez, that's awful.
All righty,
Okay,
let's close it out, Shannon.
man. I hope
Get your
everybody.
sheet.
I got. Whew, let's see if I can do this without screwing this one up this week.
Good luck.
All I've had is water today, I promise. Special thank you to Norvice for making this episode possible. The good folks at Norvice believe that you deserve to expect consistency and efficiency out of your tying system. When tying on the Norvice, you will quickly see the benefits of tying flies while physically spinning the vise. This is a remarkable feature that I strongly recommend watching on the Norvice YouTube channel. There's a lot of great rotary vices on the market, but only the Norvice spins the hook. It's for this reason that it's been said that Norvice is the most innovative fly tying system on the market. Never again do you have to wind the slack thread on your bobbin spool. The Norvice Auto Bobbin does the work for you. That's that spinny thingy. For more information, visit norvice.com and check them out on YouTube to see how you can maximize your fly tying time, relying on the functions and benefits of the tested and true
What?
Norvice.
Why didn't you read that romantically?
Dude, I'm out of breath. We'll catch y'all next week, folks.